but I believe he's worse than Zach LaVine.
What about at 5? Who do you believe is at that position on your list? Number 5.
I'll start. I got Kyrie Irving at my 5.
Me too. I got Kyrie at number 5. I'm not gonna dap you. We have the same fucking list at this rate.
I got Kyrie way higher than that.
Yeah,
okay.
me too.
Oh, okay.
I got Anthony Edwards at my number 5.
I'm out of here.
At 5?
I got Anthony higher than that.
I got Anthony higher than that, bro.
The reason why I have Anthony Edwards.
Hold on. Can we give a Kyrie take?
I didn't even say my 5 either.
Oh yeah, who said
Is it
Kyrie or Ant?
Is it Kyrie or Ant? It's not.
No, it's neither though. I have Jaylen Brown at
W
5.
pick.
Okay. All right, let's start in order. Let's go. Me and Gabe will talk about Kyrie. You two can talk about Ant.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk. And then he'll talk about Jaylen Brown.
As a newly listed shooting guard in the NBA nowadays, Mr. Kyrie Irving, we know what he is about, and he's gonna continue doing what he's gonna do. We saw last season with the first half with KD at least. Man was going off.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And if that's any indicator on what he can do with someone like a superstar's KD's level, I can already know what he's gonna do with Luka, like his own. He's gonna.
To your point though, like even with Luka, he played better with Luka than he did with KD.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah, so I'm giving examples. I'm giving like scenarios. Exactly. So like in my eyes, that just goes to show like why Kyrie's gonna
he
suit
play
this
better.
role.
He played exactly the same.
He played
27
the
before
same.
now.
He played the same.
Yeah, he played the same.
That's still top of the league. Yeah.
I just didn't want false information out there.
No misinformation.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Kyrie's gonna. I think now that this season, going into the next season, they're gonna have figuring more stuff out. They got one more player to figure out their defensive issues. But now that they're gonna have time to play together, an off season to like adjust, I think he's gonna like be great again. You know what I mean? Like as well.
Yeah. I mean, at this point in the list, not much negative to say about these players. I mean, there is a few, but with Kyrie, he's one of the best players in the league, one of the best scorers in the league. If this was just a scorers list, he'd be top 5 across all positions. He could get a bucket for you anytime. He's not a bad playmaker. He could play off the ball. So, yeah, Kyrie's definitely a top 5 shooting guard, no question. And I think he's going to fare well in that secondary role as that secondary scorer next to Luka Doncic. And if they surround him with good defenders to cover up for his and Luka's deficiencies, I think they could, like we said, be that team that makes the playoffs next year. So, yeah, shout out to Kyrie. I mean, I got nothing bad to say about him.
He's always been the number 2 wherever he's been at, mostly Cleveland,
Yeah,
Nets.
that's where
He's always been the 2.
role.
So he's
When he
always
tried to be number 1, it didn't work. Yeah,
so his role as number 2 is gonna be perfect. Like
Team though with him at 2.
exactly,
It is, for
If
sure.
he's your 2,
Sure.
you're doing something
You
right.
have a chance.
For me, I had Jaylen Brown at number 5. So when we get to the top 5 players, I'm looking around every single aspect of this person, and I'm trying to see them as being as elite in most aspects, or at least very good. You can't be bad at something. And with Jaylen Brown, I think he's a very good scorer, a very good defender. He is not a good ball handler, and he cannot like be given the role of being the number 1 option on that team and scoring and being consistent with it. And then we saw that these playoffs, and so the people I have above him have proven to be that caliber of player and have proven to be able to show up when they need to be like there. So that's basically my whole thing. There's nothing against these players. Obviously, what Bez said, these are all top 5 players, so they're all very good at what they do. But I just have very small things that push other people ahead of each other. That's why later on, I think you guys already talked about Ant. That's why I have Ant a little bit higher than him. But
To be fair though, for Jaylen Brown, they don't ask him to dribble. Like that's not what he's supposed
not his
to
role,
do.
yeah.
I know,
But he doesn't have the
can't put that
ability
as a
to.
negative.
yeah, but like
It's also such a minor part of his game. It's like,
no, but like it was
He has
exposed.
no
Yeah,
left
so
hand.
if it's so minor,
There's
then
no
why
left hand.
add it to like as to why you have him.
It wasn't.
That's
It
what
was.
I'm saying. It's
I'm
minor.
talking.
It's not really-
For me, it's like it also has to do with like shot creation and stuff like that, where he was pushed and he didn't
So you
pass.
think Anthony Edwards is better shot creation than
Jaylen Brown, yes.
Yeah, I think 100%.
100%
That
is a
was
better shot
in my
creator.
opinion.
Yeah, that's not even debatable. I don't
So,
think. But give your
back to
you
that,
guys-
like
you
shot
guys-
creation. I think Anthony Edwards.
You guys
I think
can
his-
give your Anthony
yeah.
Edwards take now.
I think his shot selection is poor. I don't think it's the greatest shot selection. The type of shots that he takes aren't like
Who?
Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
The shots that he takes aren't like.
You got him at
susceptible
4
to
though?
winning.
Anthony
Five,
Edwards.
five,
That's
right?
on 5.
That's wrong,
Five.
right now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards
Continue.
at
Sorry.
5. And then to your point of like, I don't think he's gonna do as well as Kyrie. Kyrie's averaging 27. I think he's gonna do 27 again next year. I don't think Cat's gonna average Cat. I don't think Anthony Edwards is gonna average 27 because of the players like Cat and Rudy Gobert. Because they wanna. The reason why I think Anthony Edwards played very well next season, and I think he's gonna be better play very well this season, but I think he's gonna be better next season, is because they didn't find a way to implement Rudy Gobert and Cat to work. I think they're going to try to do various ways to get that to happen. I think Anthony Edwards is going to take a back seat and not do as well as other players. backseat in terms of usage.
I don't know. I think he's.
Compared to all
I
the
think.
other
I think.
players?
I think the opposite.
Edwards to be the focal point.
No,
of
I
this
think.
team?
I think that's what. I
Like,
think
you think
that's
they're
the shift
gonna
that
not
happened.
do that?
I think
Increase, if
I think
anything.
they jumped away from Cat being the number one guy to Anthony Edwards being the
I
number
agree.
one guy.
I agree with that.
And that's why I think he's going
they
to
wanna
take the jump.
Yeah.
Dude, they gave up so much for Rudy Gobert that they're going to be willing to make that work over having Anthony
But
Edwards.
Gobert
Suck up everything.
isn't a player you worry about usage for.
Yeah.
Towns is.
You don't give a fuck
So
about getting Gobert.
They're gonna stop running plays for Towns. They're gonna stop running more
You didn't
plays for
trade for him
Edwards.
to get him involved offensively. either.
Yeah, but I feel like you still need to get I feel like he wants the ball offensively too.
Okay, that's what Mike Conley.
what he wants.
That's what Mike
I
Conley's
get
for,
it.
basically. Like Anthony Edwards, like I already heard about the stuff where it's like Gobert's opening the post up and they ignore him. That's what they got Mike Conley for, right? They give him Mike Conley, will give him the ball.
Anthony Edwards is a terrible passer. I remember the pick and roll with him and Gobert.
He's a shooting
was like
guard.
one
That's why
he's
he's
a
a
shooting guard.
He's a
not a
shooting
point
guard.
guard.
He's
a shooter.
Bro, it's still the lob up once in a while.
yeah.
He's like, no,
Mitchell didn't do that either. Remember?
No one
Mitchell
did.
was okay. It wasn't as bad as
Bro, there was a stat saying I
No,
think
but
Mitchell.
like-
I think
They didn't
Mitchell had
give the
passes
ball
to
to
like
each other,
180
like,
pick and roll scenarios. Or
No, it was
something.
worse than Edwards. Bro, it was
They only
way
played
worse.
one
It was
season
way
together.
worse.
Gobert was
One
worse with
season.
Anthony Edwards too. So I mean,
You're
shit.
talking about Mitchell?
No, Gobert was worse
I'm saying
on the Timberwolves than on the Jazz.
Yeah,
so
because he doesn't pass him the ball at all.
yeah, but I'm
Bro,
saying if
like-
you got worse than you were with
You're
Mitchell,
not
you're
gonna
gonna pass him
you're not
even
gonna do
less.
better. You're not gonna do better because Gobert got more looks. Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna be. It's not gonna
I
be
agree
like
with
that.
you, but I mean, like, even if you want to set up a pick and roll to like get the defenders off of Anthony Edwards, that's the whole reason. Like,
I mean,
they know
those
they're not going to pass. He's not
those
gonna
are
pass
those
it
are
at all.
critiques, but like that isn't against
on
Anthony
Gobert.
Edwards.
Yeah,
That's
that's
on
on
Gobert.
Gobert, not him.
I think it's up to Anthony Edwards to pass the ball at least because a little lob.
But
like,
if it's a
he's open
losing
for a
play,
lob,
why would you pass to the guy if it's a losing play?
lob's a losing play?
To Gobert, yes.
Okay,
You always. You,
I think-
I
I think-
love
I
to
think-
say
I don't
this.
like Gobert either, but
I
I'm
think-
gonna
I
say
think-
The least
no.
efficient lob threat.
No,
He'll
but
make
he
the
always
least
brings
the
up
best.
lob threat. He always brings up lob threat, and I'm like,
Just
if
for,
people
just for
don't.
this argument.
I get you,
What
but
lob
like
threat?
Jericho Sims is a lob threat. Let's not talk about lob
I'm
threats.
talking more Rudy
You
Gobert,
say he's like a
that's
lob
one of
threat,
his
but Hassan, if-
assets. He doesn't have many assets offensively. That's one of them at least.
he should develop, bro. If,
That's the point guard job, not
No.
Anthony Edwards'
that
job.
nigga old.
If he can throw it once
Bro,
or like 3
develop
times,
a little hook, a
like,
little
he was one
shimmy.
for- No, that's not even the main argument. That's why I'm
Develop a jump shot. I mean, okay,
You can say what
like
you wanna say.
this
Hey,
is 4
Kobe
and
would
5
say,
for me.
"Get the fucking rebound." He's the best shooting guard of all time. So
This is 4 and 5. Like for me, it was just very slight differences. What I like personally, I think like Jaylen Brown. I'm pretty sure he does average better stats than Anthony Edwards currently.
Yeah,
I think next season it's gonna be different.
So, okay, so that's
So who's four?
I
then?
don't think-
So who's four for y'all?
4?
Oh, Omari didn't get to see why. Yes,
Well, he said
Yeah,
my
Anthony
5 is
Edwards.
and my 4 is Brown. So
Wait, why do you have Ant at 5?
well, Ant, if especially I mean, if we're going into next season, I can see why people may think or may feel like he's gonna be better than Jaylen Brown. But at this point in their careers, like Jaylen Brown has been super efficient. I mean, super efficient and consistent. Like, and he's only 26. Like Anthony Edwards is young too, but Jaylen Brown is not that. He's not even in his quote unquote prime years. You know how they say it starts at 28. And he's already averaging almost 27 efficiently.
Top 15 player.
You know, like, and he was a top 15 player, made
Facts.
made
All NBA.
So I'm just, I got to give the nod to Jaylen Brown because he's continued to do this, like, get better each year and, be that efficient scorer and second option. And he averages like 7 rebounds. He's not, he does other things. But I know his left hand is ass. Like, we make fun of him,
But
but
that's a small part.
yeah,
of
but
it.
that's a small part. And like when it comes to just
not the reason why they
effectiveness and
But at least the
like,
turnovers back
when it
there.
comes
just saying.
when it comes to effectiveness, I gotta give the nod to Jaylen Brown because he's shown that can do this and he will continue to do this. Like there's nothing that tells us he's gonna regress at all.
Yeah.
Do you?
So Jaylen Brown is 4 for you?
Jaylen Brown's 4 for me.
I have a
'cause
question for
Ant-
Jaylen Brown after you're
I
done.
got Jaylen Brown at 4 too.
Yeah,
so
because
that's all
I think he is gonna make a jump. He could be better, but I'm not gonna bank on somebody. Like for me personally, I'm not gonna bank on Anthony Edwards. Just like now he's gonna be better. When I've seen Jaylen Brown
Clearly, I am.
do this so many times,
Yeah, no, that's
Because
My
Yeah.
question. Wait. I have a question. I'm asking a question about
That's
Jaylen
fair,
Brown while
though.
we're here. Well, he's my 4 too, but 4 and 5 was Kyrie for me, so I could invert them. But regardless, Jaylen Brown has been on a path where he's been continuously improving every year.
Yeah.
He's always improved. Do you think this is the year he like stops, or he's gonna improve again? Because I think what the other people are
Yeah,
gonna
I
play
think
better
he'll get
than like
better.
this new. Like, what do you think's better? Like 29,
Slightly
28?
better. No,
Well, you don't have to score points to get better.
Yeah.
Just be more
What's
efficient. And
what's
stop
he
turning
averaging?
the
Was like
ball
45, 48%?
Exactly. Smarter shots.
Do you think he could do that?
over. Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, if
It's
he
not
even
as hard
shoots
as-
1% better, that's an improvement.
He shoots
and less
49%.
turnovers, that's a
You think
significant
he's gonna go
improvement.
50?
He shoots 49 already.
Do you think he'll do it again? I'm thinking this is like the.
Yeah, it's like not that crazy to jump up.
No. What I'm saying is the way I see it is I think
especially
like
with another scoring option and Porzingis take attention away from him. Now he definitely don't have to dribble the ball because he could play off ball. He could spot up.
But you don't think points are gonna slip away to
No.
Porzingis?
Porzingis is definitely averaging at least.
Again,
like
it doesn't necessarily. You don't
No,
have to
it's not
necessarily.
I'm not saying it's taking away.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, do you think this is where like this is where I'm saying? Do you think this is where like his like constant rate of improvement stops?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think.
That's what I was asking.
I agree that Ant Edwards will get better next year, but I
He'll
can't
get
just
more
be like,
better, but not. That doesn't mean Jaylen Brown won't get better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't just be like, oh, he's going to
I
catapult
don't
Jaylen
think
Brown.
he'll reach the same
You know,
level
like-
of what Jaylen Brown's going to do next year, Anthony Edwards.
Huh?
I don't think he's going to reach the same level as what Jaylen Brown's going to do next
I think he has more of a chance.
personally.
He has the
disagree.
potential just because he's a
Yeah,
number one
yeah,
option
yeah,
and
yeah.
Jalen's a 2.
Yeah.
But Jalen also
Yeah.
has a green light. It's not like he's
hard
a.
to mix.
I know he's a
Plus,
number
it's
2
tough,
option,
bro.
but he still has. He's gonna get just as many shots as Anthony Edwards. You
Yeah.
know, like
I got Jaylen Brown here because I mean, again, not
Are you
much
four?
bad to
Is he your
say.
four?
Yeah, he's my 4.
Same as well.
I value the 2-way though. No one said this, but I do value the 2-way.
Yeah,
he's
he's a good defender.
one of the
Yeah,
best
great
defensive
defender.
players in the league too. Him and Jason being such good defenders on the wing really makes that team so good defensively. Obviously, you got Brogdon and Robert Williams to help out, but they're the 2 main engines. And like you said, I want to see the playmaking and ball handling improve. And he doesn't have to start fucking averaging 10 assists, but when he starts driving the ball and he does go to score, I just want to see him make smart passes. That's literally it. When he does have the ball in his hands, make smart passes, don't turn the ball over. But other than that, yeah, he's an elite 2-way player, and he can only get better. And maybe Porzingis helps him out, just be more efficient, be a smarter player. But yeah, Jaylen Brown at 4 for me.
So, yeah,
Same.
I had Kyrie at number 4 because basically because of what you guys said. I think his role is gonna even be more not increased, but probably at the same level. It's just the chemistry with him and Luka to the point where he's gonna get better shot selections because of them playing more games than they obviously did last year. So and then his role is more succinct rather than last year where they're just trying to figure things out. So him being in having more chemistry with Luka and them learning about each other more, and if he actually plays, I think he'll still average around the same amount of stats, and that's 4 worthy for me shooting guard.
Cool. I'm with that.
Same
Who
set as 4.
else at 4? Yeah,
My 4 was Ant, so it's like we talked about that one with Jaylen Brown.
so we
Top
move
3?
on to 3.
Number
Top
3.
I got
Top 3.
Donovan.
Ooh,
Really?
Donovan Mitchell.
I have Donovan at 3 as well.
I also have Donovan Mitchell at 3.
I got Anthony Edwards at 3.
Who wants to start?
Wait, what does Hassan have?
Who do you
I
have?
just realized he has Anthony Edwards top 2.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why once we talk about it. You guys.
Let's not go in yet.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you this first. There's
Why
no
are you
going in.
stealing? Like,
Dude, I'll tell you
Don't
this.
say anything about Anthony Edwards.
I'm talking about Donovan. I'm talking about Donovan.
Number 2. Hold on. What do you got?
well, number 3. Number 3, Hassan.
Jaylen Brown is my number 3.
Okay.
Interesting.
I have Donovan at number 3 because this last
man.
season has not shown any indicator, as well as the playoffs, have not shown me any reason why he's gonna play as good as he did before. He had very bad stats
He had
in
a
the
career
playoffs.
season.
He had a career season.
I'm with you too. What do you think though?
I have him at 3, but
His regular-
I don't think that's a good point.
Like, you look bad right now.
I know, like he's the 3rd best because he's bad.
His regular season, yeah, I know, it was a 28
He
point per
gotta dig
game,
himself a hole.
of almost 50, 40, 90. I know that. Playoffs, this man shrunk.
So you know that and you still ranked him 3.
I know, yes, I know this.
Okay.
Okay, you look
Also,
at the playoff stats?
what
I think he still did pretty
unless they make any drastic changes to like how they're gonna like operate as a team, I don't see why this man should be top 2, top 3 shooting guard.
Why is that on him?
Wait, so yeah. You can go.
On Donovan? Because he's the number 1 option. He's a borderline superstar.
But like, what does he have to do with the team construction? He can't fucking go and trade Jared Allen.
It's honestly this whole reasoning. I put him at 3 because of the playoffs.
What do you average?
He did really bad.
Yeah,
It was really bad.
He dropped off hard.
He dropped off like he had like 22, 23 points.
He averaged 23,
Bad
I
efficiency
averaged
too.
28.
Exactly.
Really
He
bad.
averaged 60
No,
points.
but
No, but
efficiency
I think
too.
it's the-
Efficiency too
it's
was
the
really bad.
drop-off.
But
Like, he
like,
averaged
it's
28
the whole
regular
team
season.
did bad. It's not like he was the only.
But he was a
player.
part of it too. But let me say this also: the players, obviously, I have Ant orders. I think Ant is gonna have a better season than Donovan. Ant's gonna have a bigger role coming into this new season because we didn't know if he was gonna be number 1. Everyone thought Cat was still the guy. He was not in this season.
Who's
And Ant-
everyone?
I think a couple people on the pod said I was saying Edwards was gonna be him during that whole season. Everyone's like, "Oh, Cat's still coming back from injury."
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But I was saying
I
I was saying Edwards is going to be that guy, and this season he proved it. He's that guy. He's going to be that guy. So now, when Edwards comes into this next season, he's averaging 28, 27 efficiently.
28.
28. He could average 28 on that team. Donovan averaged 28.
That's
Not gonna
the
happen.
bold claim to make. It's
Do you
definitely
think
a
he's
hot
gonna be an
take.
All-NBA player next year?
Oh, Edwards? Yes, he will be an All-NBA player next year.
That's a
He will.
shooting
He's
guard.
literally going to
It's
overpass
not-
Donovan.
It's not crazy, but it's
He's
just
going to
a hot
pass
take.
Donovan. That's why I have him there. I know he's going to pass him.
So you think Donovan Mitchell's gonna do what he did this season, next season? I know.
You mean Edwards is gonna do
No,
what Donovan did?
No,
I
I'm
don't
asking
think
what
Donovan's gonna do his career year again.
And he might have Ant 1.
He had a career year.
I
Donovan
think he'll just
had a
do
career
Lazy, bro.
year.
He going crazy.
Okay, but so what
Do you think Donovan's gonna replicate a career year, a 28, 50, 40, 90
Yeah,
almost?
I don't
Yes.
think he's what. Yeah,
Oh, then I
think so
can't.
too.
I don't think it'll be exact the same, but I still think it'll be pretty close.
What's
He's not gonna
stopping him
drop
from-
off.
But, like, dude,
Yeah, like-
drop off.
What's stopping
not
him
drop
from
off.
Mobley's not gonna score 10 more points.
Bro,
Like,
it's like you're just testing the
Can
odds.
he
He's
not
not
have
gonna
a
do
similar
it.
season though? Like
Similar, but bro, 28, 50, 40, 90 is hard.
that's a top 2 shooting guard. Even if he has
That's why he's not gonna do it again. He's not gonna do it again.
I think he's proven to be.
Why
What's
not?
stopping him?
What's
Yeah.
stopping him?
What, like Donovan doing that again?
Yeah. Well, why can't he do that again?
I think a couple people. Well, I don't want to bring Mobley into this, but I think Mobley's gonna have a way better year than last year.
Mobley doing what? Like
Like
offensively?
offensive. I think he's gonna like take a leap.
a massive jump.
I think he takes a massive jump offensively.
He only
I think
averages,
Darius
like,
Garland's
what,
gonna have a
like
good year
13
too.
or
He played
15 or
like
something?
not crazy, not like
Mobley?
amazing, but he's played all right.
Okay.
I think they're gonna have better seasons than Donovan. The way I see it is, I don't think he's gonna replicate a crazy season again.
Nobody's taking shots away.
16.
Nobody's taking anything away from Donovan Mitchell.
Maybe like 2 more
I think
points.
if
I-
Mobley
He-
takes
he
a
really
jump,
doesn't
if
look
Mobley
at the
takes a
basket.
jump, he will.
Doesn't
If
matter.
Darius starts, I don't know. I think he won't replicate that again. That's why I say this.
Someone has to take a massive jump for him to get decreased in stats because he literally holds the ball like most of the time.
Let's see if he
He's
can
a-
Got
replicate
hurt a
that
little
crazy.
bit,
He is
though,
the
right?
Cleveland Cavaliers at this
Bro,
point.
the season.
asking someone to do that again is actually hard. Like you gotta like that's not like he
Well,
could
you know
he
who
could
he
do
is.
it, but he can't.
Oh, he plays
Like he
69.
couldn't.
Plus, he's
can't.
getting
Go
better
through
too.
years. He's a
Older.
multi-time
Yeah.
All-Star. He's had playoff
He is.
success in Utah. Like,
But it's
Exactly.
Edwards' time to shine. He's gonna do better.
28 is crazy.
I'm
for him.
gonna give my Edwards take because he just glazed all over him. I want to give it like I'm high on him next year. I do think we were talking about him versus Jaylen Brown. I think he's gonna have a better year than Jaylen Brown. He said it previously. I do think he'll have more opportunity. He will be the number 1 option, and I'm kind of projecting it. He's really good defensively too, and I do think he has potential to get even better. He has all the tools to be good defensively. I think he'll have a bigger role on offense, and we'll show. I think he could be a top 10 MVP candidate next year, assuming the Wolves
Really?
are a good team. Yeah,
I've said
obviously
that.
I don't know how fucking good the Wolves are.
I
Gonna
said
be,
that too. The top
but,
10 MVP players.
assuming they're a playoff team, I
It's
think
not,
he'll
it's
be.
not, it's not insane.
I think he could be a top 10 MVP.
I think recency
They'd have to make the
bias.
playoffs.
He's already been a
Bro, you think
Blazer.
Jalen Green's gonna average 30 like in like 2 seasons, bro? I don't want to hear you.
Yeah,
that
Jalen
was
Green's
just
not
like-
even on the list, and he's supposed to average 30 in the next 2
We're
seasons.
not talking about Jalen Green here. We're talking about freaking Anthony Edwards.
But I'm saying you didn't even put him on the list, and he's supposed to be that nice.
Yeah, it's only
You
his
told
second
me.
season.
I remember there was a,
Give
he was
him 2 more
like he was
seasons.
like
Josh Giddey's on here.
you know
over
what he
Jalen
said?
Green.
You know what he shit talked a while ago? He said, Gabe, I don't know, because we're talking about Green and Maxey. Gabe, I don't know if Maxey's on the list. And then he brought up Green's on that
That's
list.
a-
I'm like,
that's a
no, he's
crazy
not.
Massive
And he-
voice.
And I remember he's not on my list. I didn't put
You
Green
didn't
on
put
my list.
Maxey? Put Maxey?
Crazy voice.
No,
Maxey's not
no,
on the
he
list.
said Green would be like he would be like the borderline, but he's not
I
even
thought about
close.
it. He's only in his second season. You guys are giving him, and he's averaged 22.
Fuck
Is
Jalen
30
Green.
crazy?
Give
Yeah,
your
okay.
take. Fuck
34% of 30,
We don't give
34%.
a fuck
Yeah, I
about
feel like
Jalen Green.
the recency bias of like what
We're not
Anthony
Josh
Edwards is.
And he's a riser.
Bro, I know you're
Also,
a Blazer
also,
already. I
just
know
to
you're
say-
already-
just
to
I'm
say-
a Bud
Budweiser when
Riser.
you have a man, bro.
Also,
I know, man.
also, this man, that's my nickname. He did rise in the playoffs. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
Donovan did not rise in the playoffs.
Gabe's rising
Nah,
for
he's
freaking
rising,
Anthony
he's rising.
Edwards,
Talking
bro.
about Anthony
Yeah.
Edwards.
That nigga's pants rising.
Yeah, that's what I was
28.
saying. Gabe's
I don't
rising
think
for it.
So what do you think Karl Anthony Towns is going to average next season? Like,
22.
so you think 28, 22, and then like...
Don't
other
say Gobert's
people are
name.
gonna go- No.
12.
what seed do you think is going to be averaging 28?
Seed?
Yeah. Just curious. Want to pick your mind
Bro,
here.
this fucking prediction's hard, bro. With like standings.
Or you can give like a numbers, like you know, this is like a
6
range.
through 8,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know.
6 to like 10, 6 to 8. I don't know, like
You think
in
he'll
that
be a
area.
playoff team.
Either
Yeah.
guaranteed locker or play in
The
fight.
reason why I had Anthony Edwards so low is because I don't think he'll average the same amount of stats.
You think
As
he's gonna
like Jaylen
decline?
Brown,
Oh, okay,
Donovan
okay.
Mitchell, Kyrie Irving, like that's 27. So I think you're gonna have him at 27, and plus with his defensive capability, he's an MVP candidate, like you said. And I think the West is too stacked for him to even get into that conversation. And I don't even know if they'll make the playoffs with all the other people that missed it. And
That is a good
the
question,
team
though.
with Rudy Gobert, you guys hate him, Rudy Gobert every second. That team is
That's why I said it depends on the team.
I definitely
If we're talking about
Visually,
playoffs,
I
yeah.
think.
if we're talking about
If
playoffs,
he averages 28,
Edwards is almost
the
in
team
the.
is going to decline.
Well, I wouldn't
think
say
so.
that.
I don't think him scoring 28 impacts them winning.
I do.
How?
That's insane. That's a
Dog,
crazy thing.
what?
28?
Bro, he
It's
literally
like a Bradley
he
Beal type of
single-handedly
thing.
won them their
No.
only playoff game. He got
That's-
Bruce Brown talking
Dropping
about
40.
he got Bruce Brown. The Timberwolves were the toughest challenge because I ain't
Like
like
dropping 40 in a playoff game is different from averaging that in a regular season.
yeah, it's more impressive.
It is more impressive and it's more important. But I don't think him scoring in regular season games and not getting people involved He's gonna
It's
help
not
them
his
win
job.
games.
It's not his
Dog,
game.
he's not the worst team in the league. Like you're saying, the Wizards. He has a
Does
solid team.
Jalen Brown involve
What do you
anybody
average this
except
year?
himself?
What do you average this
Does Jalen Brown involve anybody except himself?
Bro, this team is probably the
So
best
why?
team in the
Okay,
NBA.
so why does Anthony Edwards have to do that? If
Because
Jalen
his
Brown
team is trash. Like they're not the Celtics.
So you're saying because your team is trash, you're forcing him to be a
His role
playmaker?
has to be different because
How are
of
they
what
trash?
his team.
What?
How are
His
they even the
role-
word
let me
trash?
speak.
The word trash is like
That's just
raw.
why.
His role has to be different because of what the team lacks in other areas.
Why
They got
As far
can't
as
they?
the
Conley now.
Celtics,
They got
the
Conley now,
Celtics,
I
they have something else that Jalen Brown, all he has to do is focus on scoring in order to win. If Anthony Edwards is focused on scoring, they're not going to win
But
because the team sucks.
but if you argue if Anthony Edwards focused on playmaking, they'll win even less because that's not his game.
I think if
He's gonna have
if
6
more
turnovers
overall-
and 8 assists. Like
I don't think
you
he
don't
has
want him to do
I
that.
think he just has to pass the ball around and then get the ball, let the ball have energy to find certain players to get other players involved. I don't think he has to play make or throw lofts to Rudy Gobert numerous times. I don't think he has to do that for him to be successful or for the team to be successful. I think he just has to pass the ball around and not
He's-
score as many
basically
points,
he's
get
gotta
other
stop
people
ball hogging.
involved, make more.
But you
take
can
more shots.
you can get other
Basically,
people
he gotta stop
involved.
ball
That's
hogging.
his case.
Hogging?
But you can get other people involved and still average the same amount of points. That's
Average 28.
yeah.
Yes.
Kobe averaged 35 and averaged 5
what's he
assists
worth
his
then?
whole career.
What's he worth? I think he averaged 34.
like
He
eighth.
didn't
I
even
think they
win
were like
MVP
eighth.
because of it.
They were 8th, I believe.
I didn't say he was going to win MVP. Let's
I'm
relax
saying
here.
scoring points doesn't.
But I'm
equate
saying
to winning.
you can average. I'm pretty sure Jason Tatum. He's a better playmaker this year, and he averaged more, if not the same amount of points as he did last year. And he's a better playmaker.
We're talking about Jalen Brown, though, right?
No, we're talking about Anthony Edwards. You're saying
Anthony Edwards and
We're
Jalen
talking about
Brown,
players
but
who
you're
average more
comparing
points
the two.
relate to winning.
no,
Is that
but
what
I'm
you're
just
saying?
saying. No, he's saying you have to be a better playmaker, which I agree.
I
But it's
think you
like
have to do
your
other
points
things
don't
besides
have to
scoring.
decrease just to improve your
You still shoot
playmaking.
like 20 shots a game.
You can
21.
still score the same amount of points and be a
Depends
good
on the team.
playmaker.
I think in the position that Anthony Edwards is in, I think him scoring more points isn't going to help the team win.
Why do you feel that?
Like at a 28.
He said the
clip.
team sucks. I don't know.
He said- what do you average
He said the
this year?
team's
What do you
trash.
Like
The
23,
team's pretty
24.
bad.
I want to check. He might average more, but
I checked it.
I think it's
I
25.
think we average like.
Anthony Edwards.
Was it
let's see what
25?
is.
He averages 24.
right?
He averages 24.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you're saying the
18?
team's like you just said the
24.6.
team's
yeah,
trash.
he's
I think we'll average like
almost
25.
25.
Hassan, they were a
He already
playoff
averages
team.
25.
Hassan, they were a
25,
playoff team. The
Eight
Timberwolves
seed,
were a
right?
playoff team,
When
and they were
Cat
one
came
shot
back.
away from winning the
And the
Lakers.
motherfucker play every game in the season.
I could be wrong, but this is just what I.
That's got to be a dub. For
I think
him.
if he
I'm gonna
averages,
take that as a
I don't
W.
think he's gonna average. I don't think he's
Motherfucker,
gonna
Barely
Kyrie
average.
will
lost.
qualify
Barely
for the
lost.
damn awards.
What?
All NBA. I know Ant will.
Part-time.
Yeah, exactly.
Superstar.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's good.
so
That's a good point.
I do got Donovan at 3. I mean, I think the reason I have him lower than the other people is because for some of the reasons that Gabe mentioned, like and I also think that for the people I have above him, Donovan is pretty new to this tier. You know, like this is.
Well, I mean, he's
I mean,
always
he's
been a
been
top
nice.
shooter.
Like, he's been nice. I'm not
He's
gonna
been
lie,
nice.
but
You
like
mean
when
like
it comes
top
to the
three,
27,
yeah.
28, yeah, this is the first year he's showing that he could do that. And you guys already said your threes, right?
Yeah, Ant was for me.
What was yours?
Mitchell.
Mitchell? Oh, okay, so yeah, so for me, you guys had number 2 a little lower, but I have Kyrie at 2, just based because
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
crazy.
I don't.
But I'm not
How
surprised.
Nah,
Yeah.
what? You saying
Yeah,
you saying
Kyrie
Kyrie
lover.
Kyrie.
Because, it's not even just a Kyrie lover. Like
well,
when it
Mark
comes
talk
to
first.
Kyrie Irving, like
I'll
this
bet Mark
nigga,
has
like
a better
the reason I have Kyrie over Donovan is that
He
their
need my
stats are similar. What's his name's team was like, you know, I mean, he besides if you take away the off court shit, I'm always gonna ask for Kyrie because Kyrie has proven he could do this at any stage, any career, any time of the like fucking year, no matter
You
what.
can't take
Kyrie's
the
gonna give
off-court
you
stuff.
27,
That's what makes Kyrie
28.
Kyrie.
I
He's
mean,
going.
no.
He's going.
I mean,
Josh
it's a
Giddy
top
same
10
as
list.
Don't add
before,
legacy.
like-
We're going into like this season, next season, bro.
It's a top 10 list.
We
It's
know
not
he's
just
about- we know
legacy.
he's like that.
No,
We know
but
he's
we're
like
saying
that.
we're saying I'm saying
Even
the
without
same reason.
legacy, he's a good
He doesn't
point.
play games.
Same
You can't
reason I
take
got
that away.
Brown. Same reason I got Brown over Ant. Brown has shown that he can do this. He's shown that he's gonna do it next year. He's shown that he's nice as hell. Ant has to jump to get to where Jalen is right now.
All right, let me say
And
this.
so, but Kyrie, like same thing. Kyrie's been doing this. He's done it on the biggest stages. He's gonna continue to do it on the biggest stages. No matter what team he's on, he's gonna keep doing it. Donovan has done this 1 year. And
Well, I wouldn't say that. He's
Well,
been
I'm
in
not.
playoffs
Yeah, he's
before.
but I'm
and
saying
he's been good.
Yeah,
Donovan's been
No,
good.
but like, I'm
saying
talking
when
about
it
like
comes
top
to
3 level.
28 level, and when he got to
Top
the
3
playoffs,
level.
he fell off. Kyrie has gone to the playoffs, and you've seen what he's done.
Okay,
So I'm gonna give that
As
nod to
for
Kyrie every
The
time.
reason why you can't put Kyrie at 2 is because he doesn't play games. Like
That's
even
not
off-
it. No,
he
that's
gets
not
hurt.
it.
He
No,
gets
it's
hurt a
not.
lot. You have to take
No,
that into
doesn't
account.
No, this
It's
is a
real
top.
life.
This is a top
It's
10
all
list
been off-
with
yeah.
judging skill.
It's all been
It's not
off.
off. It's
what's it
off-skilled. Curry's a top 5 player in the NBA.
Okay,
Okay.
it's
Skill
not.
alone.
Okay,
Let's-
So
skill-
it's
it's
the
skill
top
and
5 too.
effectiveness.
Okay, this list will put him at top 5.
If Anthony Edwards played every single game this season, does that mean he's over
That's why
Jalen Brown?
Yes.
you can.
Yes.
That could be an argument as That's why you put him over Jaylen Brown.
Nah.
Of course. Even if Kyrie, like, the off-court, like, stuff that he does, when he plays, he gets hurt a lot. in the past few seasons, he's been having conversations as to why people wouldn't pay Kyrie Irving money.
Okay, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
2-year contracts.
So someone like Anthony Davis, who is always hurt, just because he's always hurt doesn't mean he's not a top 10 player in the league, right?
Well, that's the reason people don't have him top 10.
But if we're comparing his skill to the other players in the league, he is definitely top 10.
Okay, yes, just skill.
Anthony Davis is more smart.
I'm just saying this is shooting guards. This is what I'm basing my list off of, just skill alone.
Do you have him at 2 too?
I have him also at 2 because I think he's a much more complete player, and he's shown that he's that type of player. He always rises. He's always gonna be there. And just putting his
be there.
If he's on the
for
court,
being a court, like to
that's
rely.
not the word.
Reliable. Yeah, that's not. I'm just saying he's reliable when he's on the court.
when he's on the court.
Let me finish my
Definitely know when he's off the court.
When
When he's on the
when he's
court,
off the court, it's 50-50. He might be doing a Twitch stream. He might be doing something else. But when he's when you want to count him to put the ball in the basket, he's doing that. Let me just put this the very basic thing. In a fantasy draft, are you taking Kyrie or Donovan Mitchell?
Kyrie Irving.
That's all you need to say.
No, I'm taking Donovan now, but not Kyrie because he doesn't play games.
No, I'm just saying if they're both to play 82 games in a season.
If 82, like this is not real. That's not real.
Didn't Donovan have a better season than him right now?
ooh, we're in Barbie land.
Didn't Donovan have a better season than Kyrie right now?
He
He did.
I'm thinking if it's like that, I'm taking Donovan right off.
I mean, I got Donovan at 2 too. I got Donovan at 2 also.
But it was still very close anyway.
So
But
do you guys think Kyrie will play 82 games or
hell no.
65? Sorry, 65.
No.
65?
No.
If I have to do it,
I think it's like 60.
I
think it's like 60.
They have him at 2.
He's gonna protest on purpose and not play
Nah, bro, he
65,
played
bro.
60 games this year, being fucking.
He's on contract year. I
suspended.
don't care about any contract year. He'll play games.
Nah, that doesn't matter. No.
Any
You can't just say
contract
he
year.
was contract year. He
Yes,
played
he
60
does.
games.
Omari.
He played
This
60
is
games and
facts.
he was suspended for like a
Dude, are we
month.
just gonna act stupid that he
Nah,
only
but
plays
okay.
certain games? Like,
okay, but no, you're talking about hypotheticals. This stuff hasn't happened
He
yet.
got.
He's
Okay,
talking about Kyrie playing
he
only on
played
contract
60.
No, that's
this
a
year-
ridiculous thing to say.
This year he played 60 games and was suspended in the middle of the year.
so how many games do
you
you think he'll play
can't.
next year?
I think at least 60.
And sat some just cause.
I think
I think
if he isn't hurt,
I think he'll play 65.
yeah, if he isn't hurt, he'll get there. I think he does. But
Since that's the benchmark for games in the NBA,
I
you
think
want to put him
he'll
at
get to
2.
benchmark.
If
I
he
think
plays
he'll do
60
it.
games,
Dude,
I think so.
like he
The biggest
averaged.
reason why Kyrie has such a stain on his career is because how many games he plays.
Okay, but
only reason.
I'm just
No,
okay.
besides the Celtics
This is the top list. This is the top
Celtics
list.
year was the only time he got.
his character, but I'm just saying like
The Celtics year was the only time he's had a long injury like that.
No,
The Celtics year was the only time he had a long injury.
No, he missed one of the. No, that was KD. Never mind.
Brooklyn too.
But
Nah,
yeah,
he
he has
was
been
Brooklyn
injured in
missed
Brooklyn.
He missed
of
some
COVID.
games, but I'm
COVID.
saying when it comes to like he was out for a long time because of injury, it was only Boston. Like all the times he hasn't played is because of off court shit.
No,
It's
one
dumb,
day,
like,
the big three with Kyrie and James Harden.
he got
hurt
hurt
his
in the
ankle.
playoffs.
Yeah.
but that was at the end of the
That's
year. Like he
injury.
played the whole damn near the whole year.
and he did it really well. That's
Well,
what
I
I'm
was
saying.
saying-
He did it because it's a COVID thing. That's the reason.
No, okay, but that's what I'm saying. It's only off court stuff that's
But
stopping
I feel
him.
like we should take off court to.
But
I mean,
those
yeah,
are
if you- if
hypotheticals.
that's-
Like you can't
you know, that's how you
automatically.
feel,
I think
that's fine, but-
like
Yeah.
there's obviously like when you look at the person, like you can stuff like know what likelihood of something's gonna happen. But I'm just saying like I'm comparing just skill and reliability on the court. Him and Donovan Mitchell average very similar stuff, and I feel like because Donovan Mitchell did play a lot. How many games did he play this season?
68.
Donovan?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was like 8 games less, and they averaged pretty identical stats actually.
Kyrie averaged more around. He averaged more rebounds and assists. If you want to give
By
Donovan that
one,
1
by
point,
one.
by one.
Yeah.
Even if
But
you want to
you give
like,
Donovan
we
that
said
1
they're
point.
similar.
Yeah.
That's what I said. They're
Kyrie
similar.
got that
That's
one.
If you want to
And
go
the
to
other
winning
categories.
games, like Donovan Mitchell at the one has won 60 games with Utah Jazz.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
I
If
mean
you wanna
like
get that into like
no,
detail,
because
I don't
when
wanna-
you put Kyrie on that Jazz team, he's doing the same exact
Kyrie's
thing.
not number like. If you want to just use Kyrie as skill, like it's the same argument as Paul George. Like he's one of the most skilled players too. So are
Nah,
we gonna
but
have
we're
Paul
talking
George
about
at 1 or 2
effectiveness.
because of that?
No,
No, but we're talking about what
effectiveness,
they still can do.
Yeah, what they're doing.
I'm not gonna say like some hypothetical healthy Paul George is gonna be doing what he did in Indiana.
But
Like,
none of these guys are better than Anthony Edwards too, bro.
it is
No,
not
it's
as
not
much as like because he's
hypothetical.
proven
He plays 60
to
games,
still
like,
play that much. I guess so, but like
Where did you have Kyrie on your list? 4, right? 4. I think
don't know.
Jalen Brown's a better player than Kyrie.
yeah, I got and Jalen Brown
That's
over
crazy.
Kyrie. I
Yes.
mean,
especially if without the off-court stuff, there's no way that Kyrie is not.
I mean,
at least top
didn't
three.
Jalen Brown didn't average more points?
I mean,
but
him
he's
and-
more consistent.
No,
on what he
and
does.
he got the
And
two, he got the two,
efficiency.
yeah.
Like you like field goal percentage and stuff like that.
Kyrie's still an efficient player. He's not like a
Kyrie's
chucker.
As efficient as Jalen Brown.
I think
but
I think Ann will have a better year. I think
Did he
Jalen
shoot
Brown
50?
offers two-way ability, and I think
By
like
0.3%.
the Donovan Mitchell thing is interesting because like yeah he's probably a better scorer, but at the same time like Donovan had a really good year, and you guys are I think you're underselling him. Like, yeah, he didn't do well this year in the playoffs, but he's had like you said with Utah many successful seasons. He came in as a rookie and beat the MVP of the league, Russell Westbrook, in the playoffs. He has just as much success. Like, yeah, Kyrie won a fucking championship, be playing with LeBron James. Yeah. I think if Donovan Mitchell was in a similar situation, he could give you similar results. Yeah, exactly. He's not as flashy, he's not as nice, he don't got the drip and the
I don't know Donovan Mitchell. I don't know Donovan. Wait, no. I don't know if Donovan Mitchell hitting that shot over Curry in the finals though. Like, come on.
Here we go.
He scored 71.
That's his
Kyrie.
Free throw merchant. That was a free throw merchant game. We know.
Nah, but when
he had a crazy play, he missed a free throw on purpose, got it back, and scored.
It's the same thing as like we're talking about. Like when you get the top three, it's hard to like.
Yeah.
You gotta.
They're very similar. Like it's a similar.
You gotta nitpick, especially when they're that.
We're talking about like disowning players like Jaylen Brown and even Anthony Edwards. I think I have Kyrie higher, but like not disowning.
Ant's better than Ant's better.
You're like discrediting. Discrediting is the word I wanted to use. You're discrediting those players just solely off the skill, which is kind of insane.
I mean, it's a top list.
When it comes to just effectiveness and stats, like. Kyrie Irving had a better season.
I'm judging these players on their ability in playing basketball.
And Jalen, you know, if you guys have Donovan over him, I understand because they're right there. And if you take his off court into account, I can see why you would have Donovan over. So it's like
I take it into account, but it's not as cool.
But
when it comes to you guys are like a little too harsh on.
Kyrie has low defensive skills.
You know, you gotta like nitpick some, and it comes to personal preference too. Like
the playoff thing is valid.
I don't even think it's that valid because the team was so bad to the point where Donovan Mitchell is gonna get dragged down as well. Like. Dude,
what's
the Jared Allen quote that we always say? The life for two, right? Like, if my teammate's saying that, you think I'm gonna average 28?
Yeah, you still gotta do your own shit. You know what I mean? Like,
but like,
it's not like Jared Allen. Jared Allen doesn't affect the game or wasn't in that much. Like, Jared Allen. He's not offensive.
Garland playing bad.
But Jared Allen, what he's saying, Jared Allen's badness doesn't affect Donovan's 3-point percentage, like the core league.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's what he's saying. That's what
but if Isaac Okoro's in the corner, he's not missing every three. Yeah, like, and now the lane's getting clogged up. Jared Allen can't make a fucking layup. The center won't leave him.
Bird can't score.
Yeah, but listen to this. Listen to this. Huss, listen to this. Okay, this is Donovan Mitchell. This is Donovan Mitchell regular season, 28, 4-4. You know, he shot 48%. And he shot 38% from three.
Good numbers.
Great. But in the playoffs, in that series, he only had one series. He got first rounded, but he had 23 points. Right, that's a 5-point drop. He shot 43%, but he shot 28% from three.
That's bad.
That's like, you know what I mean?
Bad. Like, let's go to Edwards.
Look at Edwards.
You
can't like you can't say Jared Allen wasn't playing that well, so he shot 28%.
Look at his whole team though. Like if your whole team is playing bad,
but if your team's playing bad, it stops you from playing well because now they don't have to focus on the other players. You know,
if I'm in a playoff game and everybody
that's a big drop.
Everybody here can't score.
I'm not giving him a pass, but I'm just saying like the fact that the team wasn't playing well also didn't contribute to the fact that you know it didn't help.
Like say this, if we're playing like a 5-on-5 pickup game. And everybody here sucks besides you. Like, you gonna pass the ball to us? Like, these niggas are
You're gonna chuck up shots.
Hey, in the playoffs, his assists went up. He got 7 assists.
Bro, in the playoffs,
and they were missing. He averaged 13.
He was breaking, nigga. Look at his percentage. He was breaking.
His assists went up in the playoffs and the fools was breaking.
He was breaking, so he had to pass the ball.
That's what happened. Shoot him more. Because everybody else
he was breaking. He had to pass the ball.
All these niggas is trash. I'm gonna shoot the ball more. That's what he was doing.
No. Donovan Mitchell, when there was no play happening, he would chuck a 3.
Yeah, who's gonna pass it to? Isaac Okoro.
So that means I have to chuck a 3? So that means I have to airball shot?
That's a better shot than Isaac Okoro.
But I mean,
a half-court 3 is better than Isaac Okoro in the corners. Missing those shots.
You know, for Gabe, who has
with that man on my team.
Wait, who has him? Who has Kyrie third? It was you or
I'm Kyrie 5.
Lower.
Yeah,
who had
I have Kyrie 5.
No, I think just you, bro. Oh no. Adam
at 4, right?
Yeah,
3.
Yeah.
No, I thought someone else also had Donovan and Kyrie interchangeable.
No, I mean, Mitchell up 3 and Kyrie at 2.
Yeah, I think that if you wanted to interchange them, fine. But I think that Kyrie deserves more credit. I understand the awkward stuff, but I think Kyrie, when it comes to stats and effectiveness, he is top 3, no less. Like
Facebook.
So
let's go to 1.
Number 1, I got Austin Reeves.
Number 1 for the Taylor Swift allegations. You gotta be number 1.
Bro, I think the number 1 here is like the only like actual different level like player in my opinion. Like
we're all agreeing on this one, especially after the fucking playoffs.
I left him off my list.
He didn't show me enough.
You know, he's a small forward.
Shout out D Book.
Unanimous number 1. Devin Booker.
I'm gonna ask you this question: is Devin Booker the best player on his team?
No.
Think KD's better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Didn't we
it's.
talk about
I think
this?
it's close.
Yeah,
I think it's
Booker-
closer.
Booker's
Closer
number
of a
one
debate.
option.
I think it's Booker's team.
Closer of a
I think
debate
it is
than
Booker's
than-
team.
yeah,
As in, he's the number one in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Yeah, KD went to that team for Book, and
Yeah.
Bradley Beal went to that team and says Book's team
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I think
KD, but KD too.
This is
If
Book
KD
Nation.
wasn't on that
Yeah.
team, he's not going to the Suns. Bradley
Well,
Beal.
yeah.
Did you talk to him, bro? Did you talk to him?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you don't know.
I
That.
feel like
in
it's-
between slapping them up.
Anything's better than Washington.
yeah, honestly. I feel like it's
Tyus Jones and Jordan.
the Golden State thing. Like, it's obviously Steph Curry's team. KD's the better player. It's Steph at the time.
I get that, but when it comes to
Or
stats,
even now, I still think.
when it comes to
I'm not
stats,
opening
I
this
think
debate at
that
I think Book
I
played
think
better
Book is
in the
gonna
playoffs
be
too.
Book is
He's
gonna
way
be
better.
Book is gonna be closer
think
to
so,
KD
too.
when it comes to like stats and effectiveness
That's-
than Steph was.
Book's about to
KD.
average like 8 assists soon.
That speaks to Kevin Durant's greatness.
Wait, can I see his stats?
He's
You
so
said
good
Book,
as a
oh my
player.
God.
Yeah, but
Hey, you
every
think
time
I'm
he got
crazy?
back-
I'm kidding.
Every time, man, I lost my train of thought. I think that's
He definitely averaging like 8 assists
so
in the next
efficient
season.
and he
bro.
doesn't have to shoot the ball as much, and he's able to get the star player
Oh,
involved.
but
to be
when
the
Anthony
star.
Edwards does it, it's fucked up.
Anthony Edwards is
Bro,
we
but
haven't seen him do it
listen,
yet.
listen, you say the same KD like verbatim,
That's
word
what
for
I'm
word.
trying to say.
No, but dog, like you say this exact bar speaks to KD's greatness.
bar,
Like,
word
bro,
for
you say
word.
the same line. Like, I know.
That's
Like,
his
Yeah.
own bar for bar, word for word.
Go to.
I love when he brings up KD, bro.
Nah, I
What
mean-
else can I say though?
Nah, like I think that Book is gonna be a much closer debate, especially next year, than most people would. Most casuals would feel.
I'm curious as to where you guys have him top 10 when we do our overall top 10 list.
Maybe at 10.
Or maybe
I
not
mean,
even-
I feel
I
like
think he
the
might-
best
I
the best
think
shooting
after
guard in
last
the
year, he
league
might
has
crack
to be
it.
in the top
Yeah.
10
It's
at
hard to
least.
do it off the top.
Yeah,
I
but
have
then
to,
you'd
like-
have Kevin Durant's for sure a top 10. Then see,
Yeah.
Yeah, they got two top
So
10
who's better?
players.
Who's a better player?
I mean, I think
They would be, like,
it
right
could-
next to each other.
Yeah, I think it could change like going into next season.
Because we saw
you know?
how they both performed in the playoffs. Like they had to like give it their all, and they're both pretty close.
Devin Booker was playing like MJS.
But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nigga was like, bro, it was
That's
almost
not-
like
that's
it's
not
almost
gonna be a regular
unbelievable.
season
I know it's not a
thing,
regular.
though,
thing,
yeah. Yeah, but, like-
but
I was
even
just
to
saying,
like achieve that level,
They both have to
is
play
like-
for their lives.
You don't see them
Yeah.
niggas doing it. You don't see other.
he didn't have like
no one
one
on this
bad
list
game. He didn't
besides-
have,
They had to
What was it,
average like
38
40.
points per game? I'm a 70%
I think
field
nobody
goal.
on this list-
That's ridiculous, bro.
No one on this
Bro,
list besides
if you look at
Kyrie
it,
has
like,
even the ability to do that.
Kyrie doesn't have that.
No, I think
To
Donovan has the
average
ability.
30 in a average 30 in a
Donovan
playoffs,
has done it.
Not that field goal
Yeah, that's
percentage
true,
though.
that's true.
That field goal
But
percentage.
he's averaging 30.
Okay, not that
not
field goal
doing his
percentage.
off.
I don't think any of them would get
Yeah,
that.
bro.
Yeah,
Devin
Booker's in
Booker
the
was
league.
shooting,
He's
you know
in
it's
the
going
league
in.
of his own right now, like,
The only person that can't plays with him.
Maybe Steph can do it.
KD
Steph
can
doesn't
do
shoot that much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
KD also.
Steph didn't shoot
I
that
think
much
when it
either.
comes to the rest of these shooting guards, I think he might just be in a league of his own just off of what he showed last year.
Yeah.
It's just like you can't even.
He was fighting for his life in those series,
Stats
bro.
wise, cool, but like he when it comes to efficiency and just like the way he does it is just like insane to watch, especially in that playoff run. That was like
his field goal truck. Everything was green.
it's just, yeah, like it literally can't miss. Like
Really green.
I think that deserve like
Like
he's
you.
that for me solidified him like above these people,
Yeah, for
That
sure.
was the last time we saw him play.
head and shoulders. Like
The only
that shit
reason,
was
like
crazy.
we were ranking it earlier, he got injured in the season. He missed a lot of it.
Yeah.
So we were, and that was before the trade and everything.
I still had
But
him
ever
as number
since
one.
then, he was,
yeah,
I still had him as the
it was
best shooting
crazy.
guard in the league.
Earlier,
Him or
Donovan
Mitchell.
and Devin Booker.
But Booker
Yeah.
Well,
has
Donovan
proven.
always also up to that point was having an incredible
He's-
year, and then
yeah,
once
he's
the
had a good
playoffs
career.
hit, the tides
There,
turned.
switches.
Mitchell
That's where you make your money.
dead, and
Drop
then
off
Booker
rise.
went crazy.
Yeah.
So
Literally, that's
Yeah,
not
'cause-
the Joel Embiid fall off as well. You saw what happened in the playoffs. That's why everyone has Jokic as your number one.
Halfway
now.
through,
That's actually crazy.
halfway through the season, Donovan was averaging like 33. Like nigga
Yeah.
was like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" But
They
then
had
it
the
like
71 game, too.
yeah, then it dropped down.
he was
but-
like an MVP candidate in
Yeah.
the first couple weeks too.
Then it dropped down a
Kyrie is
little
better.
bit.
Kyrie
Kyrie is better. Kyrie is better.
We gonna see next year. This is a next year prediction. So
Yeah.
basically
All right,
going
yeah.
into
You
next
said you
year.
wanted to do the game.
Let's do the
Austin?
game.
Let's do the game. One of them.
All right, Omari.
Yeah, shout out,
Right.
Book. I feel like we spent so long on the other people. Shout out,
Shout out
Book.
to
Yeah, we
everyone.
all
agree.
we all
Yeah,
agree on
it's
it, so I think that
unanimous,
speaks
yeah,
for
like,
itself.
it's too nice.
You said everything that
We
we did.
cannot argue against Book.
As a
No
former
flaws,
renowned
good
Devin
defender,
Booker
too.
hater.
Good defender, keeps getting better. Like
That's
he
what,
keeps
that's
getting
what
better
I
at
was
other
saying with Zach
aspects
Levine.
too. Like
Once they started winning, he started trying more on defense and become
Yeah.
good. That's why I
That's
think
like-
You
Zach
start
is
winning
good.
games. You start
Gabe,
playing.
Gabe is a reformed hater
Remember when
now.
I used to be back in the beginning of the podcast?
You can talk now since it's full circle.
Yeah, so,
why
so
are
I
you a
used
firm
to-
Devin Booker fan? Why do you like him now? Why does he
So
want?
there's clips in the beginning of the pod, you
How
know,
did he
kind of
win
like
your
lower quality, but
where
still.
was y'all at when no one was on my
When-
dick earlier?
When
Yeah.
me and my boy Isaac were saying Donovan clears Booker, yeah, I've changed my mind. I don't know if Isaac did, but yeah, Devin Booker is him. He's
You know
indeed
what?
that guy.
Good thing he didn't show up. He would have had Donovan
Yeah. that's crazy.
Today.
Oh my God, he would
He would have Tyler Hero definitely like top 5. I know he starts, so he must be good.
But congrats to Book, bro. Book is number 1 right now, so that's pretty good.
Those playoff games change your mind.
Dude, 38, bro. 70% is ridiculous, bro.
Beautiful too.
I can't even count to 70. I'm kidding.